Happy 302nd unbirthday. Go ahead and read chapter 35 of this book for you. And you can listen to it as you're going to sleep. I figured this is a better, quieter setting. I'm going to try not to provide any voices or anything because you probably have your own voices all picked out already. In chapter 35. Where are you? You're in Ohio? All right. If you've come to arrest me again, said Bernard, twirling his trigger finger in his brilliant curls, then you should be aware of my true identity. It's a wise cop who knows her own prisoner. On the other hand, if you've come because you like me, it might make you like me more to see what we have in common. Yeah, said Li Cherie. We're both mutants. I beg your pardon? Nothing. You're one of the redheads. All right. Is that really your natural shade? You mean, can I trace my roots back to henna? That's funny. This is the color I busted out of the womb with. The last of the black dye just washed down the drain and out to sea. Jacques Cousteau is probably swimming through it, thinking that some squid is writing with a leaky pen again. Okay, I guess you are as red as I am, but that's all we have in common. Page 81. What makes you so sure? There are two kinds of people in this world, those who are part of the solution and those who are part of the problem. I see. I make messes, you clean them up. Well, let me tell you, there are two kinds of people in this world, those who look at life and see the frost on the pumpkin, and those who look and see the drool on the pie. Actually, there are two kinds of people in this world. Those who believe there are two kinds of people in this world, and those who are smart enough to know better. However, Li Cherie and Bernard were occupied with the nuances of an intricate dance, so let's be generous and cut them some slack. They were on the deck in the noonday sun, but Li Cherie had raised the parasol, and Bernard crouched in the pencil nub shadow of a mainsail gaff. The Pacific, tranquilized here by a broken square jetty, rocked them as sweetly as winos rock wine. You look familiar now with your hair red. I think I've seen pictures of you. I do have a good agent. My publicity photos get around. Where? On post office walls? You're some kind of infamous hoodlum, aren't you? I wouldn't put it that way. When I was younger, I did have a slight brush with the law. You know how boys are. No, tell me about it. Nothing much to tell. A misunderstanding involving a city councilman's daughter and a borrowed car, but the aftermath, it did leave a mark. That's going to leave a mark. After 30 days in the in the sissies and snitches tank, which is another story, I was made a trustee. The trustee quarters were on the second floor, the same as the jail kitchen. All the trustees had access to the kitchen. Well, I'd been a trustee less than a week when 3 kitchen knives and a 17-inch in diameter meat slicing blade turned up missing. Naturally, every trustee was suspected of stealing the knives. They completely tore apart our sleeping quarters and the TV room too. But they didn't find the knives, so they lined us up in the hallway, watched over by a squad of guards armed with riot guns and mace. One by one, we were marched into a small room where, in front of several more guards and a captain with a flashlight, we were made to strip. They made me turn around, grab the cheeks of my ass, and bend over so they could take a look up my rectum to make sure I wasn't hiding 3 kitchen knives and a 17-inch in diameter meat slicing blade. Of course, they didn't find the missing cutlery in any of us. But they did find 4 bars of soap, a Playboy centerfold, and three ice cubes, 5 feathers, uh, Atlantis, the Greek delegate, the boy's nation, a cake with a file in it, a white Christmas, a blue Christmas, Pablo Picasso, and his and his brother Elmer, one bologna sandwich with mustard, 2 Japanese infantrymen who didn't realize that World War II was over, Prince Buster of Cleveland, hey, a glass-bottom boat, Howard Hughes's will, a set of false teeth, Amelia Earhart, the first 4 measures of the Impossible Dream sung by the Black Mountain College Choir, uh, The Unknown Soldier, 6 passenger pigeons, middle class morality, the great American novel, and a banana. Jesus, swore Lee Cherie. She didn't know whether to laugh or jump overboard. Look, who are you anyway, and what's your name? What's your game? Woodpecker's the name, and outlawing's the game. I'm wanted in 50 states and Mexico. It's nice to feel wanted, and I'd like to be wanted by you. In fact, I just blew my disguise in the hopes that it would open your eyes and soften your heart. There, my cards are on the table, an expression your old daddy would surely understand. Jesus, the woodpecker, Bernard Wrangle. I should have guessed. His cocky smile was finally gone. If smiles had addresses, Bernard's would have been General Delivery, the moon. He looked at her with that kind of painted-on seriousness that comedians shift into when they get their chance to play Hamlet. Still, there was genuine tenderness and longing. This is too much for me to deal with right now, said Lee Cherie. Despite the heat waves that hoochie-cooed all around her, she trembled. Why had she come to the boat in the first place? She could have just sent the police. I'm due back at the Carefest. Indeed, the panel discussion on birth control was scheduled to begin in 7 minutes. He attempted to help her onto the dock, but she spurned his hand, hustling away, the tattered parasol flapping like a werewolf's shirt tail. She called back, They're going to get you again, you know. Bernard's smile came part way home. They never got me. They never will. The outlaw is someone who cannot be gotten. He can only be punished by other people's attitudes, just as your attitudes are punishing me now. Chapter 36. I'll leave for you to read. All right, sweet dreams. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.